What's up, everybody? I'm coming to Europe over the pond, June 2nd, Amsterdam, June 3rd, Belfast, June 4th, Liverpool, June 5th, Glasgow, June 6th, Birmingham, June 7th, London. All these tickets are almost sold out. ChrisDComedy.com for Tiki Wikis. And then June 22nd, co-headlining Atlantic City with Sam Morrill. ChrisDComedy.com for Tiki Schmickies.
Guys, a lot of options for you to see me on tour. This is the last leg of the Joker's tour right now. It ends in August. Next up is June 21st, 22nd, 23rd in Orlando, Alabama, Mobile, and Atlanta, Georgia. That's a great show. See that. But also, my new tour, new solo tour, Everything's Fine, brand new, full hour of new material, separate from my special that's coming out, is on sale May 31st. But pre-sale for the Everything's Fine tour, we're coming out the gate with like 30 cities, is May 29th and 30th. Use promo code York, as in York Peppermint Patty. Hope to see you guys on the road as well. The special will be announced shortly. It's coming out very, very soon. Please keep an eye on it. I can't announce it when it is specifically until another week or two, but it's coming out, so keep an eye out for that. But May 31st, Everything's Fine tour is on sale. Plus, a lot of big pods coming out that day. My Rogan ep coming out that day. Everything is on salvulcanocomedy.com. Hope to see you guys out there.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around, and hey, babe. Wow. Rick Astley, my stepson's favorite singer.
Never gonna give. First time I heard that man, I have his CD. I have the CD of that one. He's got 3 songs on there. Not a lot of people know all 3.
Never gonna give you up.
Yeah.
And then the other one that sounds like Never Gonna Give You Up.
2 other ones.
And then the third one I don't know.
Yes. So the other one that sounds like Never Gonna Give You Up is that the Rick? Which one when you get Rick rolled?
That's
Never Gonna Give You Up.
Astley.
That's Never Gonna Give You Up.
What's his second number 2 hit, please?
It sounds Together Forever.
Yes.
Together forever and ever to part.
Now, what year did that come out? Because that summer for me was the summer of Astley, and I remember a lot of my.
So much Astley.
I'm getting so much Astley. I remember like back when, like, it doesn't happen anymore, but like my first, like, I would even call it like 20 years. I remember like there was songs of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
You agree or no?
Sure.
Like I was like, oh, that was the, like, whether you at a beach house or when you were a kid or when you went to the shore. It was just that, like, I remember one year when I was little, it was "Don't You Want Me Baby" by Human League.
Don't you want me, baby?
Still one of my favorite songs of all time. That comes on, you get up.
No, but let me tell you.
Pay respect.
Pay respect.
You hear dun 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 dun. I'm like, oh I gotta let this out.
What specifically? Like, I like to ask this. Like, what memory? Like, do you know? Is it a street? Is it a smell? Is it a friend? Like, where, when you think about your childhood?
Yeah.
Like, where do you put yourself? Where is it? Because like for me, it's like 90s New York. I'm like always like in and around like my neighborhood. There was this Park Farmers Oval, or I mean like downtown Manhattan. Like,
what age you talking?
I'm talking like 15.
Yeah,
15.
Okay. So when you go back to thinking of the summer of childhood, that's where you go first?
That's what I'm thinking.
I go younger.
What are you thinking?
I go younger. I go like what I feel like I do is I feel like I go like, like 7 to,
is that
like
when you lost your virginity?
13, 14. 7?
Yes.
No, I was weighing it. By that. Yeah. Lost my virginity at 3. Yeah, my choice.
You're right, yeah.
No, I remember songs of summer. One summer it was Studio.
Yeah.
Phil Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
One summer it was Stevie Winwood. Roll with it.
Yeah.
Roll with it, baby.
Well, no, I know Higher Love.
Higher Love. Oh, that's my jam too.
Right.
See, so
but what are you thinking about though? Like like when you say summer?
Oh, when I think of that,
like what's the actual memories? Like what's the tangible stuff? Where are you?
Yeah. So Don't You Want Me, Baby? Pinpoint accuracy. Arcade, Belmar, New Jersey.
Okay.
Arcade, Belmar, New Jersey. Probably like about 10 years old, whatever it was, whatever the year it came out was.
Okay.
So, and I mean, it was, you couldn't escape it. I was talking about someone about this 2 days ago. Back then, when it was just like 4 or 5 national radio stations, right? Mm-hmm. And then there was real DJs talking, and they spun like the most requested songs.
Sure.
And you didn't have anything any way or outlet to listen to that, unless finally it came out on a tape, but except catching it on the radio. And catching it on the radio, you get in the car, right? I don't know if you're too young. I mean, I don't know. I know you're a little older than you, but you get in the car and you'll be like switching stations, be like, please play my song before I get to where we got to get to.
Me too. Oh, yeah.
I mean, even like in college, I was still doing that. But then it would come on, you'd be like, yes! Like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
There was no song on demand.
No song on demand. Or you'd hear a car pass and you'd hear, and oh my God, switch the station. I remember even like driving with friends as I got into like high school or college. And if we were driving somewhere together, they'd pull up, beep, and be like, turn on, this chain. But like the thing about it is everybody's listening to that at the same time. Like I know right now there's still like Z100 and people like, they play the shit out of the same songs, but it was a little different, I think. I just feel like.
Well, because you literally, like you said, do you miss that? Do you think like it's better, like it made the music better when you had to like wait to hear your song as opposed to just having everything at your disposal at all times? I absolutely do.
I mean, there's pros and cons to both, but little things meant more. There were like little things were experiences. Like waiting for your song and finally hearing it. It was a big payoff. Like it was like it was awesome. It was like,
what did you think, Steve? You were a musician, and then Trevor wanted to hear from you piece of shit.
Yeah.
You young piece of shit.
He's never existed outside of just calling up any song that he wants.
Yes.
I know about VHS CDs. I've seen those before.
Compact disc.
Yeah.
What about you, Steve? What?
Well, as far as like songs on the radio and people listening to the same thing at the same time, I thought that. I mean, that was cool. I mean, everything back then was like you said, it had more of,
Is it worth it then? Is it worth it then? Just hear me out. Is it worth it then for us to nuke ourselves and just knock out our own power grid so we could go back, not the Stone Age, but go back to the 80s? Yes, I know a couple of things. Would it be worth it then for some type of cyber terror attack for us to just get knocked the F back? Yeah. And just this way, the social media is gone, the internet's gone. The podcast might even be gone, but we'll find a way to get it out there.
Yeah, we'll do it from like a CB radio.
Yes, we'll find a way.
Yes, which is what people did back then. Well, here's what I think. I don't think we need a cyber terrorist attack. I think...
But you're not totally dismissing
I think infrastructure will collapse, and I think that people will get hurt and harmed. I think there'll be a lot of bad.
So you're totally dismissing
I think I think what we do is maybe it starts here. It's a grassroots effort to all agree for like 1 week. We start in baby steps. Word gets out. For 1 week, we all get off the internet, and we all just make believe it's 1985.
Okay.
And just act and just see what, and everyone knows. Everyone knows. Of course, some things will come back that aren't great. But, and we just get AIDS. No.
Yes.
But what I think is I think if we all agreed to do that, and then I'll know. I know you can't get in touch with me right away.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you a message.
But there's something nice about that.
I'm going to leave you a message.
Yeah.
Well, how about before I had an answer machine, when you called and it rang, or you picked up when that's it.
Yeah, it could ring for 45 minutes.
We keep so much bigger social circles now, obviously, right? But like back in the day, you had to have everyone's name. You memorized it. You had to write their
the
number
phone book
in your pocket in a
rotary dial, and you would never have to dial like 718. You wouldn't have to dial 718 if there was 78. You just dial.
You made a call.
Just dial their number
seconds faster. And but it was just like, they're not answering. Sometimes people didn't answer for days, and you could wonder where they are, what they're doing, are they alive, how is this, that, the other.
But I saw a thing that we have more anxiety about
$1,000,000,000%
now when you are able to be in constant contact with everyone. You would think, it would make you less anxious because I can track where my kid is or my loved one is, but you actually had less anxiety not knowing because there was nothing you could do.
Also, you're not thinking that the person on the other end is just leaving you on red and doesn't. So there's too much.
Yeah, you're like, exactly. There's too much. That's why I don't do. If I know that it's going to be nerve wracking for me to hear from you, I don't even reach out to you. Well, now I don't even put myself in that position anymore.
We have a deluge of information now, right?
A deluge. A Tom DeLonge.
A deluge. Yeah, and it's just instant access.
Those jeans are tight.
Yeah.
Whoa, baby.
You know what it is? They're not really.
Oh, okay. Now they're not. Because they were literally like capri, like up here, skin tight.
When I pull up, because I'm pulling up so high, because then the ankle becomes the calf.
When you hit me with this though, I was like, oh my God, those are like legitimately like borderline like women's jeans.
Yeah, women's jeans.
But now when you put the leg down,
what I'm saying?
Full man.
Yeah.
You know what? Strong enough, made for a woman. Strong enough for a man.
These are pH balance for me.
Made for a woman.
Yeah. I just think that we're so used to getting instant access whenever. So back then, no expectations.
No expectations.
You know what I mean? You knew what it was. Everybody knew. Call you.
Yeah.
Call me
That's
back.
it. Call. Yeah.
Okay. I'll knock on your door.
Yeah.
Like if I couldn't even get in touch with you and I had to come by, a lot of knocking on doors back then.
Always.
And imagine knocking on a door and be like, who is it? Like, knocking on a door was the same even as calling someone. You didn't know no call identification. Remember when that shit came out, like *69?
Dude, even
like I'm blocking it. I'm gonna find out who called me. It was like, you felt like a spy. With
even text messaging. You think that text messaging connects you more because I can immediately speak to you, but it actually disconnects us so much more because I'm not hearing your voice and you're just words. You already are AI. Like when you text me, you already are like a robot version of yourself. But when you would actually have to call on the phone and I have to hear your voice, now we're connected in a different way.
Also, like if you think about it, like I could be giving 10 people a play-by-play of something in the moment as I'm going, which is batch. So it's saving us time and our time, right? It's buying us time, but it doesn't matter because there's so much information that time that we gain gets sucked out. So if I could text a group text or text you, let's say I'm at the Nick game or something like that, right? I'm
but
like,
you ain't
believe just what just happened, right? I can send that to 10 people in 8 seconds. Cut paste. But otherwise, back then I would have to call you on the phone, wait for you to get it, and then can you talk right now? I can't. But then I have to sit there and tell you it out of my mouth, and then the next person and the next person. But it pumps the brakes, man. It pumps the brake.
And you know what's happening is like all that stuff. I may have said this on the pod before, but like, I have, my 13, 8-year-old and a 2-year-old, but my 8-year-old really, it was like, I remember just 5 years ago when my stepson turned 8, all he wanted was a social media. That's what he wanted and a phone. Now, my 13-year-old doesn't want social media, doesn't even have it. He doesn't care. It's like not cool anymore. And my 8-year-old does not want a device or a social media because she has been told or heard that it's really bad for you. So she wouldn't even think about it. She wouldn't even think about Emilio.
Control?
No, Emilio.
Take it.
The Italian woman. Here we go. You're live on the pod. What do we got?
All right. So it's kind of a surprise. So I can't. What I say.
What?
It's kind of between us. It's kind of a surprise thing for the person I just got off the phone with that you put me in touch with.
Oh, for that. Okay. Yeah. So
I can't really.
Can we just drop it out if he says one thing?
We'll drop his name.
Piece to it.
This is for the thing.
Yes. Well, basically, Jasmine's going to go too.
Yes. Yeah, I knew that.
All right, cool. All right. So we're all set. Good. Everything's all good. We're handling it.
Okay, great.
Hi, Mike.
No, this is hey, babe. You're on with Sal and Steve.
Hey, Sal. Holy shit.
baby.
Hey, Sal.
How you doing, babe?
All right. Exciting stuff.
All right.
Good stuff. All right. We'll handle it.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
Emilio. All right. I got to text him later. I got to do some bunch of spots.
So, what happened is I, we'll just drop the name, but I said, I'm getting flown. Ready for this? This is the powerful part of the internet. You say something on the internet, right?
You put it out there.
And it put it out there. Next thing you know, we get a call from these people that heard what I said about them on the internet. They want to fly me to Florence, Italy, everything included. Me
and Jess, I want to go to Florence, Italy?
To Florence, Italy. They want to fly us there and perform for this guy's birthday. But I don't want to say that. I'll tell you off the air. I don't want to say the name. But
I mean, is it the obvious thing? You already did it once and he wasn't?
Yes. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to fly, but I guess because
it's supposed to be like, for this person, right?
Yes, but I'm performing again, but it's supposed to be like a surprise. Not that he gives a shit.
Not supposed to know.
He doesn't know.
Oh, but he doesn't listen to the pod.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Well,
yeah, but
if you're listening, we know that you are.
Yeah.
Or not.
So,
we know that you are not.
But I think that, so whatever. So there are positive parts of the internet, but it's interesting that my daughter and her kid, they're like looking already at social media as negative. How like when like little kids in the 50s like thought they could like smoke a cigarette, nobody cared. Yeah. But then the health ramifications. I already think that's happening. I already think that's happening right now.
Dude, in the 50s, 9-year-olds were smoking unfiltered Pall Malls like a motherfucker.
100%.
Yeah, right. I mean, no joke though, and I don't think the parents even cared.
No, because you didn't know.
No, ma.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they used to think that like. They used to, what was it like?
Imagine ripping unfiltered cigarettes all day long at like age 12. My grandmother did it.
Cocaine, we've said this a million times. Cocaine used to be in Coca-Cola because they didn't know any health. Yeah. That was like, it was so new. Yeah. So you don't know what was really going on. But yeah, so when I think of the 90s, for me, it's SWV, the band SWV, Sisters with Voices. When I'm thinking about SWV, I hear their music. I get transported back into Farmers Oval where I would be out there in the summertime. I would have no shirt on, shooting jump shots, 1,000 jump shots a day with 100 free throws. And then I would be drinking Gatorade in a glass bottle, red Gatorade. And then there was
A lot of sugar.
Frank's hot dog truck, which was parked right outside Farmers Outlet, and you would get hot dogs and burgers and ice cream.
There was a hot dog truck where I used to live that used to park across the street from my house. So I lived on a major road when I was younger. I lived on Highland, right? And I mean, out my door, I opened it. I didn't have to go left or right. It was straight across the street. Hot dog truck for like 15 years of my childhood.
So what would you do? Would you just sometimes be like, I want to go out and get a hot dog?
Oh my God. It was like $1.
Right.
And it was dirty water, like good ones.
Yeah.
And like that. And I got a cherry cola Hoffman, cherry cola, what's it called? Is it cherry cola?
Yeah.
Black cherry.
Black cherry.
Hoffman black cherry.
What else would they have?
Knish.
In addition. Wow. When's the last time you seen a Knish?
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
You saw a Knish stand in New York City? Nobody makes Knishes anymore.
Oh, not a stand, but you know, you can go to a deli and get it.
Nobody makes Knishes. When's the last time you seen a Knish?
Oh, well, shout out my cousin Sean. We hit Essa Bagel before his treatments.
You go to a Jewish del.
Yeah.
Knish, but they used to have Knishes on every corner.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. I would
They
get
don't have that
a
anymore.
hot dog, a Knish, and a black cherry cola for like $2.50.
How come there's no more? There used to be a hot dog stand right on the corner of where I grew up my whole life. You don't see them anymore other than Manhattan.
You know, I want a goddamn hot dog right now. I
Trevor,
want a
get
hot
on the
dog
phone
right now.
Get him a hot
Not
dog.
some fancy ass hot dog. I
Yeah.
want the truck. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, I just pulled a muscle in my chest.
Just now?
Yeah, because I just leaned over and I knew I was on this camera, so I tried to flex my pec just for me, and I pulled a muscle in and now my left pec feels
you
paralyzed.
feel like a
It's
pull.
pulling
It's like
back.
quivering.
But no, so my point is that I just liked when. Look, I know that Beyonce's Cowboy Carter just dropped, and everyone's like, we're all listening to it. We all love it. Oh my God, did you hear it? And there's still that kind of thing, but it's not the same. I just liked when everybody's song of the summer was kind of like one of a few of them.
Right.
And like, I don't know. It just was it was so much more communal back then.
That's
as
what it is. That's
connected
what we're
as
missing.
we are
Yeah.
right now, I feel more disconnected
No,
than
we're
I
not
ever did
connected.
back then.
It's
We're
like a
not
false-
connected. It's an illusion. This
Yeah.
is not real.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not. We were much more connected without the internet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
were much more connected without the internet. And that's why, I mean, my kids know that. That's why, like, my kids, I'm happy that they don't want this shit right
Yeah.
now. The youth are starting to turn against it a little bit.
Yeah.
But the problem is these tech
It's
companies.
punk rock now to not like the internet.
Yes,
hopefully.
these
Yeah.
tech companies, though, they have so much money invested in them making money that they will find a way to get you back hooked
Oh,
on.
they're hooked on. Yeah, it's
know?
like crack cocaine.
That crack.
It's like that crack cocaine.
That crack cola.
So what is the promo code for my tour?
The promo code for your tour, I think, should
it was
be
to be continued, but
Trevor. Make it Trevor. Trevor.
that would be. I mean, God bless you, but no, that would be too confusing.
Trevor, do you know that you have a black man's name? Trevor is a black is
Really?
a black man.
I feel like it's like more like a
Trevor?
well, I think it has versatility because I think it's like a Abercrombie and Fitch name.
Really?
Yeah.
I look at Trevor as a black man's name.
Okay.
More interesting.
I look at it as I feel like it's someone who plays like polo.
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting. So
I
wow,
don't
that's
like-
an
I
interesting
don't like
name that we've
horses.
just discovered.
Yeah.
That it could go either way.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's versatile. It has some range. I
It is
think.
versatile.
It has some range.
Yeah.
You know, Tyrone is synonymous black man's name now, but that's a county in Ireland, Tyrone County. There's a lot of white Irish men with freckles and red hair named Tyrone.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yes. Yeah. One of my favorite songs by Erykah Badu, Tyrone.
Better call Tyrone.
And tell him, come on, help you get your shit.
So
But you can't use my phone. And everyone's like,
Rick Astley, by the way,
But sometimes
we
your
jumped off
cousins-
it. Rick Astley, what I love about him, something I learned about him in an interview, is he was big, never going to give you up, all that, all that
I'll tell you
big
the third
songs.
hit.
And then he said he had little kids at the time, and he was like, I don't want to miss their life going on tour. So what I'm going to do is I made enough money making these songs. I'm going to live a normal, simple life in England, I believe.
I rickrolled enough people.
Right? I rickrolled enough people. My kids, when they're grown up and they don't kind of like want to hang out with dad anymore, when they have their own lives, that's when I'll go back on tour. And now he's back on tour. Him
And
and
now
his
he's back.
wife, he opens up for NSYNC all over the world. He opens up for NSYNC all over the world, and his kids
Is
come in.
NSYNC playing all over the world?
They were at some point, and they come and they meet him.
That's dope that they gave him the props like that.
Yeah, and they come and they meet him. His children meet him in every city, and he's like, I chose, like I did this right. He goes,
chose the kid.
I chose, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. You want to talk about?
I don't. You know what? I don't want to talk about it.
That has been a babe. But you want to talk about Tyrone like being a traditional black name? The first time I heard this man and his chops, I thought it was a black man. It's a soulful black man.
Yes.
Never did I think he was white and English. That is
Never
wild.
In a billion years.
Talk to me about the phenomenon, because you know what I just started doing? Watching American Idol again for the first time in 20. I fell off American Idol. I used to watch like the first few seasons, and then people tell me, what do you know? When I need something to watch quick, that like it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't invest in 6 months of this journey.
If it's not a 6-part miniseries and it's like 30 minutes, I just need something I could dip in and out of.
Right.
And having multiple friends being like, dude, trust me, just watch American Idol. It's entertaining. It's really good. And so we started watching it. Couple things to say about this. First is, what is it with the phenomenon with people from other countries with other accents? When they sing in an American accent.
Yeah,
we've tried to figure it out for years.
There was a guy from Australia. There's a guy from there was another guy from England, and he's like, oh my mate, what's up?
Nobody knows.
And then as soon as he sings, he's like, my country. It's like
it's one of those
how do they
things.
do that? But yeah, we don't sing in English when we begin to sing.
And Steve, do you know this as a musician? Because it's a phenomenon that nobody can figure out.
Is this true? Right?
This is true.
Adele doesn't sound English when she's
No.
Nobody sounds English. Name a song, a pop, a hit song, that they sound. I mean, the Spice Girls, did they sound?
Do they sound British? No.
I wanna. Maybe the scary one.
Yeah, like no one's singing like in it.
Right.
No one's doing that.
Right.
Crikey.
But what is that when they sing they don't sound like
Have
themselves?
you ever figured it out?
No, I think maybe because like when you're holding a note out, it's not like when things are short. I feel like you can hear the accent, but when you're holding out a note, it's a tone. It's not like
but so I don't understand. So then we have the control voice, and they're all variables. Like so, but when we sing, it just sounds like what we know.
Yeah.
So then why are we holding a note? I mean, they say the word isn't it? So why do they, when they sing it out, they're like, isn't it?
Isn't it lovely? Yeah, that was
Isn't she
Rachel.
lovely?
Isn't it lovely?
Isn't it lovely?
Isn't it wonderful?
And but you know what's crazy? They have an amazing, they have the accent that's better in its natural form. They sound intelligent.
Yeah,
they sound romantic.
I'd rather sound like them.
Yeah.
I'd rather sound like them when we speak. But then when you sing, you don't want to sound like them.
No.
All of a sudden, the way they sound intellectual, they sound romantic, they sound educated, they sound informed. They just sound, and we sound like more. But when they sing,
Right.
that all goes out the window, and they sound like morons.
Here it goes. Phonetics, and this is from Lucy Leandro. They're a phonetics and phonology professor. It happens because what we call an accent has much more to do with suprasegmental traits, obviously, such as stress and prosody, that with the pronunciation of individual sounds. When we sing, although we utter the phonemes, I really hate this person, as we do while speaking, the melody of music, which is kind of universal, overlays the normal speech melody. So it's not the case that British people lose their accent while singing. We all do. A British person could say the same thing about an American singer. So thank you, Lucy Leandro, for actually making me more confused and just being using too big of
and
words.
I look up a few words now.
And actually making it worse.
I don't even know what she's talking about, because we don't lose our accent when we sing either. I don't lose I sing exactly what my accent is.
Yeah. I don't know. Lucy Leandro really just pissed me off.
Yeah. You know about Chubbies? Our friends at Chubbies, because it's important, because the summer is here. It's right around the corner. And the thing what they want is to give you some good vibrations. They're a lifestyle apparel brand that make every moment feel like a vacation. They say fashion is an expression of one's character. Who says that? Do you say that?
I've said that.
I heard
I've said
people
that.
say it. When they say they do, I don't know who they're talking about specifically, but let's move on. Why not let the world know you're down for a good time? This is what Chubbies is bringing to the table. They offer a variety of high-quality men's apparel, super stretchy shorts, swim trunks, 3 short inseam lengths, which is what I like about it, because all of a sudden you think you want the long, and then I tried on my meat, and I loved it, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going too short. Then I tried on the shorts, I'm like, I'm a short inseam guy as well. And now I know I'm a 3 inseam guy. Embrace the spirit endless summer with Chubbies, the ultimate destination for bold, vibrant, and outrageously comfortable clothing. Okay? Whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or a weekend getaway, Chubbies has you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off of your order with our code HeyBabe at chubbiesshorts.com. That's code HeyBabe at chubbiesshorts.com. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubbies. Now, let me just say that one more time, okay? For the people in the back, okay? Whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or a weekend getaway, Chubbies has you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our code HeyBabe at chubbiesshorts.com. That's code HeyBabe at chubbiesshorts.com. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you, and don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out for the second time with Chubbies. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Guys, not good to keep stuff bottled in. I don't think I need to tell you that. You probably know it, but stressors affect us big and small, and they build and they fester and they manifest themselves in negative ways. And there is no need to go through all that. Therapy is a safe space to get things off your chest and to figure out how to work through whatever is weighing you down. And we all know that each and every one of us, no matter who you are, has something weighing you down. I am a proponent of therapy. I use it, and I can't recommend it enough. So if you've been thinking about it, or if you are someone who does it and you're thinking about just, you know, maybe trying it a different way, or maybe something that's flexible, convenient, and built to your schedule, give BetterHelp a try. Just fill out a brief questionnaire. You get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge, which is way different than going to a therapist and having to find another one on your own. Get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/HeyBabe today to get 10% off of your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/HeyBabe.
ButcherBox, get in my box, baby. I love a box. I love two things, meats and boxes, baby. And ButcherBox combines it all. Peace of mind, baby. Easily find high quality meat and seafood you can trust. 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Humanly raised, right? Humanely raised.
It's not your fault. That's misspelled.
No antibiotics or added hormones. Ultimate convenience. Deliver right to your doorstep. Free shipping always. Curated to customized box plans. They got incredible value. Exclusive member deals. Recipe inspiration, guides, tips, and hacks. Listen, ButcherBox has brought major convenience to my life. I'm all about grass-fed beef. That's just the healthiest beef of all of the research I've been doing. And they deliver a box of meat to my door once a month. I love it. I put it in the freezer. My family and I enjoy it. You get savings. You get great prices. And right now, if you go to butcherbox.com, I want you to go sign up at butcherbox.com/HeyBabe. You're going to get our special deal. ButcherBox is offering our listeners a special deal plus $20 off your first order. Join today using the link butcherbox.com/HeyBabe and use the code HeyBabe to receive this unique deal today.
I know.
But do you watch American Idol and you're invested in American Idol now?
I'm invested. So that's one phenom. But let me tell you another thing. And honestly, dude, I know we talked about this, but I the first like 5 episodes or 4 episodes that was just auditions. They're 90-minute episodes with a lot of auditioning. These people, it's not like it used to be where people come out and they're like, and they just make fun of them and to their face. Right. It's not like that anymore. Like they screen them and they get people that are just like really fighting and are really good. And it's just a matter of, are you good enough? Right. But every person they chose, by the way, astounding voices, astounding, right? Has the most, tug at your heartstrings, crazy backstory, and they go in depth with every backstory. I find myself, and I cry easily. Right. I cry easily. That's fine. This isn't about easily. They are the most dramatic, sad, happy, sad, whatever it is, emotional backstories that I have been uncontrollably sobbing for it's a cumulative total right now of 7.5 hours
Right.
of uncontrollable. That's 5 episodes of uncontrollable sobbing.
Right.
And I'm doing it till I go to bed, and I'm like, let's just throw something on mindless. I get myself tired. It's like 9 o'clock, and I end up weeping myself to bed. and then I shut American Idol off, and I'm in such an emotional state, and I start to dream about emotional things, and then I'm like, I'm having sad dreams, but it's like a lot of it's uplifting, but a lot of it is like, oh my god, like this guy lost his whole family.
Yeah.
He lived on the street. He never thought he'd amount to nothing. Someone hurt him. He does this for his life. He lives in a car, and then he sings, and it literally sounds like Rick Astley and Jesus, and then you just start crying, and then like he has one friend, and they're in the hallway listening to him. There's tears running down their face, and he almost passes out. And he's like, "I never thought I would amount to anything." And I'm
But
just
it's almost like
bawling, crying.
But that's the thing with American Idol. That's the thing I don't like about it, because it's not the best, most talented people. It's the best, most talented people that have the best stories.
But
you can be so talented, but if you don't really have any roadblocks, you're not making it. I don't like that.
That's okay. Well, I don't know. But I will tell you that everybody on that can sing the shit. And what I gleaned from it is that people who have traversed a very hard lifestyle and they have this gift, they sing.
Travert.
They was that?
Like you said traverse, and I was like, you little travert.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I think they're singing from a deep emotional place of passion.
Yeah.
And like when people are like,
Okay.
this is all I got.
Yeah.
This is all I got.
Yeah.
Or this is my only ticket out. Or like, I'm singing because I am carrying with me the experience. And that shit comes out.
So you
and
genuinely hear that. The pain.
and that's why I think that's the distinguishment between someone who's just as good, but there's just this extra, just English on it. Nope. We just talk English.
British.
There's an extra English on it that like you just feel it. Like they're just they're giving you everything. Yeah. And man, do I cry hard every night.
That always gets me too.
Yeah.
Trevor's off in the background, by the way, eating a plate full of fruit with a plastic fork.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't a karate expert, I would ask Steve to turn the camera around, and I'd walk up and I'd hit the plate out of his hands and watch it smash all over the floor. But I don't want Trevor to go to karate kick me in the head and then slip and kick me in the nuts.
You had a picture of a guy that's on American Idol, a white kid, shaved head. It was up a couple of things. I saw his face on that him. Okay, so this guy, I like this guy a lot. Shout out to Jack Blocker. If you're watching him, we know you well.
Love you, Jack.
So this guy comes out, cool dude. He's almost like a Mumford and Son type of guy. But this guy, you ever see someone sing? Especially like you ever see like the banjo players that are like on a freight train with like a piece of straw in them, and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
And their mouth kind of goes like they're like maybe yodelers, and they're like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's like when you're at Disney World, Splash Mountain, when you're going up, they have like yodelers, like,
and you know what I'm talking about, when it kind of goes this way, and they're like, but whatever, right? This guy, I know we can't play it, but you have to like silence it and play a clip of him from the first week, and I'm telling you right now, like it's like as amusing to me as when Richard Dreyfuss, his mouth somehow gets over here, dude. His face goes literally his face. God bless the guy. He's so talented. I'm rooting
bless
for him.
us all.
And it's so funny because the first time he auditioned, Katy Perry's like, okay, like I don't love what you're doing with your mouth. It feels like you know, like you don't need to make those faces. You know, like just sing it normal because you're so good. You don't need that. And then he comes out and he tries to do it and it just doesn't sound good. And he's like, I don't care what Katy Perry said. God bless her. He's like, but I have to just be me. Right. Whether they're going to eliminate me or not for my face, I don't care. And he comes out. But this is some of it. Okay. But then so you'll see it. And this is the one where she initially marks on it. But then when he goes, I don't care. And he gets through it and he gets to the next cut. And he's on, they call it like the arena. Dude, his mouth ends up past where his ear would have been. It looks like an animation. I mean, God bless him. I would take it in a second. It's actually really cool because it sets him apart. But I don't know how his face goes that way.
You remember the song he sang?
It's just,
I mean, you can see it even here a little bit.
But this is you have to wait till he gets into it.
Is he a good singer too?
He's very good.
And can you hear his southern drawl in it?
I think
I feel like you can see it.
Is he singing folk music?
Yeah. That's nothing. That is nothing. Listen to this.
She is so beautiful, Katy Perry. Oh my God.
I think it's the one right before this, but that's the one because me and we were,
I mean,
this isn't the one.
Oh, Jelly Roll.
God bless him.
shout out Jelly Roll.
Go to the arena. He might, I mean, I didn't see this performance, so maybe, but it's the one right before this in like the arena. He has like on a white t-shirt. Whereas we were watching, this isn't it, but we were watching, and we watched the first one. And I go, I get what she's saying, but I think it's kind of cool. But in the next performance, dude, he just looks, it's wild. He's like, his eyes, his face goes over here. And again, I'm a fan. This one. And he sings the crap out of this song.
And he's winning still.
Yeah, he's winning. So wait, so pause it for a second. So he sang, right? And then the judges said no. Like they voted no, and they walked out. And for the first time in American Idol history, the workers, like the people on the side, they were like, they literally all were like, we all think you're wrong, and they were like, no. And then they it was behind the scenes, and then someone like, did we mess that up really? And then like just everyone who thinks we messed up, and the whole place erupted like, you messed up, and they called him back in. And they're like, all right, we'll give it to you anyway. And so he's there just because they were like, no, you judge him too hard. And then he came on this one and he killed it. Yeah, it's fun. But I just want to get to we'll get to it. I mean, we'll get to it, but I just want you to see the face I'm talking about. Because we even after I was like, we looked at each other and we were like, that was not nuts. Yeah, that was
It's weird because like you would look at him and it doesn't look like he would do that with his mouth.
I like that. I think he's his own style and everything, but we just went like,
and it's still going on right now.
Yeah, I'm behind. I'm watching from behind, but it's not even in the middle of it yet. It's like top 24 or whatever.
Well, shout him out. Shout out Jack Blocker.
Yeah.
Make a stupid face. Good for you. If you could switch your talent from comedy to music, would you switch it?
I think I might.
I think I'd switch it.
Yeah.
Trevor, would you switch it?
Yeah, probably.
Switch it, Steve? Would you switch it?
To switch from music to comedy?
Yeah, like would you just be, oh yeah, right, because you're music. You're music. Right. What do you think? You think it's easier to get up there and play drums than stand up?
Absolutely.
Easier to play music.
Yeah, because you're hiding behind an instrument.
Right.
If you're on the stage with just a microphone singing a cappella, then maybe. But like,
wow,
I'm comfortable on stage behind the drums. I don't get nervous. I get anxious because I'm looking forward to playing it, but like I never get nervous. Like I know I'm gonna do well, and
yeah, you know the song.
Yeah,
there's no surprises. Yeah. I just want to be able to sing.
I daydream about it. It's got to be amazing. I know, like when you're getting
so the bass player, it's a girl group called Haim.
Oh yeah,
the bass player.
Well, they're great.
Yeah, she notoriously makes like the craziest faces when she's playing the bass.
Look at that. Yeah, I like it. Oh yeah,
Haim.
It's almost like they're playing with their face.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
I think our friend Alex Edelman used to date a girl from Haim.
Really?
I'm almost positive. Yeah, they're public about it. Yeah.
Oh,
they're a big band. I like Haim. They have really good songs.
It's HIM, right?
HIM. Yeah, they have good songs.
But you know, like there's nothing. I mean, when we're on stage and it's going really like it's that feeling. You know, that's the best feeling ever. That's literally the best feeling we can get.
Right.
It's got to be something though. When you're like when you're singing like he just was, and an arena is singing with you, and like they know your song. You could just, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I think
like
comedy
people
and
crying.
Comedy and music is the two universal languages, you know.
Right.
But I think something about music is just like
have them in the palm of your hand in a much crazier way than you do with comedy.
Yo, if I could sing like that though, don't you just walk around the house singing like that?
100%.
I don't walk around the house doing my routines.
Yeah, no.
I'm in the shower. I'm like, yeah, I thought moths would be a much bigger issue. my jokes sound better in the shower.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've actually been thinking about going on tour as a comedian, you know, getting the ticket sales and then just singing the whole time and not doing comedy and then just singing for 45 minutes.
You could just sing a joke. People do that.
Yeah,
why not?
Just have a vocoder on there, like the auto-tune.
What would you do? What would you trade off to have a voice like that guy, Jack Blocker? What would you trade off? What would you give away? Would you give away a foot?
Okay. Oh, okay. Like a body part?
No. It has to be a body part.
I would.
Could be a foot, a child, $500.
What would I give? What would I give for that?
Because I would give something. There's something I would give that's like, all right, I'll give that. To sing like that, I would immediately just go out and start singing like that.
I think I would give up my
Something like, would you give up like
something that's hard to give up?
sandwiches? Sandwiches. Anything in between bread.
Ooh, you can't even have a wrap?
That might be a loophole.
No loopholes. You can't have a wrap. You can't.
You know what I'd give up? Ice cream.
Ooh.
I'd give up ice cream.
But you just saying that confident, like it doesn't mean a lot to you.
It does. I love ice cream.
I would give up ice cream, but ice cream isn't something that would kill me to give up. You know what I'm saying? It almost feels like I'm robbing the devil or whoever's doing this deal.
Right.
Because I would be like, I'll give up ice cream immediately to thing like that. Give me something a little tougher. Throw something at us. Would you give up the ability to drive? Not that you can't drive. You're just not allowed to drive anymore.
No, I wouldn't. I need to drive. I need to be able to drive.
You don't just get a chauffeur?
No, I need to drive.
And when I say chauffeur, I don't mean like you're rich, but I just mean like you make it work. You figure a friend drives you around.
Maybe. I would.
And then you could sing like that.
And I could sing like that.
Okay. Sneakers
I don't care about.
No. I don't mean like all my sneakers, my collection. I mean like you can never wear another pair of sneakers.
You have to go out every day.
You have to wear like an upper leather, like a nice something with a nice tassel.
No, I won't do that.
You have to wear like a leather moccasin.
Yeah, no, I hate that. I can't do that.
You had to play basketball in a Capezio, in other words.
Right.
You know, so you wear like a nice leather upper for the rest of your life, but you could sing like that.
No, I don't want to do that.
Because some shoes are built like a shoe, but they feel like a sneaker. Like
that's true.
Easy Spirit, look it up.
I love Easy Spirit.
Their heels, they that's what they say. They see the women they're playing basketball in heels. You don't think you can find a really comfortable leather shoe and be like, you know what? I don't even know what I'm missing anymore. This is a very comfortable leather shoe. And then you're singing You're Cheating Hard as good as anyone you've ever heard.
I'm trying. This is such a difficult question. What would I give up?
That's why the sneaker. So this is what I'm telling you. Because you're programmed to think of something that you would give up. That's why you said ice cream. You like it, but you know you'd give it up. What's something that would be tough, right on the line, and you're like, all right. Because a compromise, what do they say a compromise is? It's like when both parties walk away unhappy.
Right.
Essentially, right?
Right.
So you got to be like, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I get it back. So are you able to play pickup ball in
I'll give up I'll give up Christmas Eve at my aunt's house. I'll never go to Christmas Eve again.
Well, at your aunt's house.
But that's where it is. It's a tradition.
So will you truncate that statement so you will give up Christmas Eve? You still have Christmas Day. I don't think. Oh, that's a
because that's the thing. The judges have to feel like it's worth the wager, right? They may say that's not good enough.
The judges who?
Simon Cowell.
Yes,
Simon Cowell.
Whoever's going to put my voice, his voice in my body.
I'll tell you something. I am a Christmas fellow. My whole life through and through. As a matter of fact, I watched The Grinch this morning.
This morning?
I'm not joking. Animated Grinch, the new one.
Okay.
Shout out to Scott Mosier, my buddy. He directed it. It is so good.
Yeah, that's
it's a visual marvel. It's fun. It's cool. It's a nice reimagining. I love Dr. Seuss. It's just a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I watched it this morning. I had to I was just eating my breakfast, and I just was like, I need to throw something on.
2 eggs and a piece of toast.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and I throw it on. I throw it on a lot. I like the songs. Anyway, my point is, I'm a big Christmas guy, and I still see Christmas as magical. And I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and I live vicariously through them, and I just love it. So it's a big deal to me. But it is, let's say, knock on wood, God bless you, live 110 years. It is 110 Christmases, right? But in that 110, what's 110 times 365?
36,500.
What is it?
No, that's not it.
It's 300. Is it 300? It is 36,500.
No, but not 110 though. Times
110 years times 365 days a year is 40,000 days. So let's just say, whatever, from now on, right? So let's say you got nothing. So you're saying you're giving up 60 Christmas Eves, but you're gaining, this is what you're gaining. I'll tell you the hot number right here. But you're gaining 22,000 days of being able to sing like that. So it's 60 Christmas Eves versus 22,000
days of singing like that.
22,000 days.
I'll take it.
Of being able to sing.
I'll take it.
And that's it. There's no more like Christmas Eve.
No.
What happens that day? It has to be a race. You can't just be like, it's happening, but I'm just not celebrating. I don't mean like you don't go to your aunt's house and hand over a gift. You can't feel the Christmas spirit or have the Christmas magic in that day. You can't watch things. You can't listen to Christmas music. You can't go anywhere or hear anything about Christmas.
I got to be honest with you. Christmas never had that power over me like Halloween does.
Okay. Well, then
I
you
like
gotta say
Halloween and Thanksgiving.
You got to say Halloween and Thanksgiving then. Don't play me. Don't give me some bullshit now. You're on some bullshit now. Okay?
You want some
I've already
bullshit.
clarified this game and you're still on some bullshit now.
What would I honestly give up to be able to sing like
When
that?
you said a sneaker is no.
Sneakers, no.
So you can't not wear a sneaker for the rest of your life.
Right.
Okay. Sandwiches is tough.
That's tough.
You could have everything in between the sandwich. You just can't have the bread. And
You know
could
what I'd
have-
give up? You know what I'd give up? Here's what I think. I'm able to sing like that, but I'd give up hearing in one ear. I can't hear out of one ear.
Yo, you're nuts.
Just hearing. I
You
can see,
give-
but I
you-
just can't hear out of my
You
left ear.
Give away sneakers, wearing a sneaker ever again before you give away hearing.
Just hearing.
No,
Think
no.
that's crazy?
I think that is bonkers. Bonkers. It's one of the things that is like, I mean, it's the gateway to
All right, how
half
about this?
the enjoyment in
How
your
about
life.
this? I'd give up the back half of my teeth to be able to sing like that.
No.
Might affect the singing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If none of this affects the
I mean,
singing.
no, honestly, if that's what you give up, the game's over because I'm blown away. I don't think I would want to do. I mean, you know what? I get what you're saying, right? Because you're still hearing.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but man, and you might get used to it, but I'm just pushing real hard on this ear right now. And I don't love it.
I don't want to give up sight or smell or taste. I can't live like that.
I don't love it. I swear to God, I'm listening to you and I feel dizzy. It's just something about only. I mean, again, I'm sure it would end up overcompensating in some way, and you'd normalize it. But I'm plugging this up one damn good right now.
You know what I give up to sing?
It sounds like I'm listening through a wall.
I can travel and go wherever I want, but I can never fly. I have to drive everywhere or take a boat. I can get to every part of the world, but I just can't fly there.
Okay.
So I have a concert in Australia because of my singing. I'm on a boat.
You think that's good? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can never fly again. It's a drastic inconvenience because you got to really. I mean, what it does to travel. I mean, time is money, and time is the most precious asset. So
Right.
you're giving up time. You might as well say, what if you can quantify the time, the flight time versus the travel time that you're going to give up over? So let's say you end up giving up 3 years of life because the amount of time that you're giving up flying versus having. So now you want to go to LA, it's a week, not 4 or 5 hours, right?
Right.
So, and you got to go there. So like, what if you could say like, if you say, all right, you'll die, you're giving up 3 years of life.
Yeah,
That is kind of what you're doing. Well, not really. You're living, but you're living in the,
You know what? I actually don't want to sing anymore.
you don't want to play the game.
I don't want to sing. No,
How about we do-
I want to play the game. I just don't want to. I'm thinking this is too much. I have to give up too much to sing.
Let's do lower stakes. What would you give up for a York Peppermint Patty?
Whoa!
Yo! Don't stop, get it.
Don't stop, get it. Peppermint patty, folks.
Yes. What would I do for a Klondike? No, what? That's actually. Did you say that for that reason?
No.
The whole campaign is what would you do for a York Peppermint Patty?
No, I think that is the Klondike. What would you do for a Klondike?
Oh, okay.
bar?
Yeah,
What'd you do?
York
Oh,
Peppermint
all right,
Patty.
Klondike.
This is like when I bite into it.
You get the sensation.
Oh my god,
Yes.
dude, this is so good.
I want the sensation.
It's so fresh.
Sensation. 150 calories,
Not bad.
32 carbs,
70%
26 grams of
less
sugar,
fat.
no fiber, no protein. All right, let's do it.
That's a good snack.
When was the last time you had it?
I have not had a York peppermint patty since I was listening to SWV in the 90s.
Yeah. So I like that they kind of stuck with it. Like this feels like old school to me. But if you could pull up the old school wrapper, they were probably twice the size and they were in foil.
Yeah.
And you wrapped them out of the foil, right?
You know what I miss? Charleston shoes.
You don't have to miss them. They exist.
Stop.
Yeah, they
Really?
still sell those. Oh yeah.
Charleston shoes?
I believe they still sell them. Old school York. We should have put these in the freezer.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Done went and effed up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, those are cool.
So they just had that classic symbol right there.
What is it? It's peppermint, right?
Why is it York? Who's York? What's York about? Because I'm sure it's owned by like Mars or Hershey.
By the way, go check out Colin Quinn's new special. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
He is
Go check him
literally
out.
one of my top. He's one of the best comics ever.
He's the best
One of my
comic.
favorite comics of all time.
He's the best. Well, yeah, why do
It's
they
out
call
right
it
now,
York?
right, Colin? Special?
Oh, yeah, it's out.
Speaking of, I'll just hit you with it again because I didn't talk about it last week, but my special is coming out very soon. Look for the announcement. I'm not allowed to say it exactly, but it's basically all done and it's coming out soon.
What's the promo code?
Oh, yeah, we don't even know.
York.
York?
How about that? Why don't you?
New York or just York? Just
York.
shout out to the Peppy Pat.
Yeah, York, Peppermint Pats.
Okay, so the promo code is going to be York.
I mean,
Do we do it? Is it York?
Let's make it York. Why not? York Peppermint Patty. Softer. It's soft and gooey. It was pretty gooey.
Henry Kessler founded the New York Cone Company Corporation.
Henry Kessler. Kessler.
I gotta tell you, man, this is really good, man. Oh yeah, because Peppermint Patty. Then he took it and made Peppermint Patty a Peanuts character.
All right, babe.
I hit the spot. Yes or no?
This has been Hey Babe.